Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nigma, and I'm bringing you guys patch 2.5. It's the patch you've been waiting for. It's not quite 3.0, but it's pretty damn close. There's a whole lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm going to go through this relatively quickly so that this video doesn't get too long. We have a new list of free heroes, as you might expect from a major patch. I believe this change actually already went in Friday, so really it's nothing new, but wasn't listed in the changelog. We have a matchmaking rework. I encourage you, if you're interested in reading all the details of this, check the patch log. I will link in the description of the video. There's all this stuff. I'm not going to read this all, but basically the average wait time is reduced. You can now select if you want to have a shorter queue with sort of more spread MMR values, or if you want to have a longer queue with like a very fair match if you're going in team matchmaking. So that's one feature. The MMR was compressed, so lots of players, if you had like on my main I had 1850 MMR, and now I have like less than 1700. So basically what they did was they took the MMR value, did plus 1500, the base MMR, and they divided by 2, and that's your new sort of MMR with the new system. You can now gain like fragments of MMR, like 4.5 MMR for a game or something like that, and your MMR is actually like as you can see here displayed with like behind 2 decimal points. And overall matchmaking has been optimized. There's all this new cool stuff in there, so I encourage you to read this all. It's quite important. I'm not going to go through it all now, but all you need to know basically is that matchmaking has been optimized and is a lot better. Player spectating, something I'm super excited about. This is a feature that Dota 2 has, and now HoN has it too. Basically, you can go to your friends list here, where I click on somebody and then hit spectate or mentor. If you spectate them, it'll basically bring up a little thing on his screen that says, do you want this player to spectate you? And you can hit yes or you can hit no. And if you hit yes, then I can basically watch what you're doing in the game. And I basically follow around your camera, and I only see what you see. I can't pan around, which is kind of lame, but I suppose in the sense of fairness, it's better, so you can't cheat. There's no delay in the spectating, so you can't. There's no delay, so technically you could have like a small advantage, but it's so minor because you can only see what the person you're spectating is seeing. So there's no way really to get any sort of map awareness advantage. Mentoring is basically the same thing, except that I have more control. The idea is that the person that I am mentoring is a new player, and I can sort of ping the map for him. If I want to show him something, I can show him my mouse cursor by holding down a button. So basically, it's very nice for teaching somebody the ropes of the game, and I really look forward to using this. If you're a new player to HoN and you are looking for a place to start, join here, Clan Epoch. We are a mentoring clan, and there's going to be lots of mentoring done here. So really excited for this. Referral system has been updated. There's basically a new system for one of the old avatars I'm going to get into in a second, but basically you can refer a friend. If he hits level 2, you get 50 silver coins. If he gets verified, you get 200 silver coins. If you buy his coins, you get 100 gold coins, but none of this is really necessary to get the alt avatar. If he gets level 3, you get this Dr. Repulsor alt avatar, which I will show you in just a second, but this is sort of nice. I guess the referral link here isn't quite working yet on my screen, but it will be working, so you can just take this link, copy it, paste it to people who might be interested in playing Heroes of Newerth, and if they hit level 3, they'll get a free limited edition alt avatar. I do believe this expires on January 6th, so if you got somebody who wants to play HoN, I suggest you act now. And with the mentoring system, by all means, teach them how to not suck. Forests of Kaldivar changed. Every tree on the map has been replaced with new, more awesome trees. I very much agree. I love these new trees. They're really beautiful. They remind me of sort of the Dota 2 trees, which isn't a bad thing because Dota 2's style is very nice. These are sort of the Legion trees, as you can see. There's a cool thing here, some new terrain. I don't know what the deal is with this like black cross here. It sort of looks like an unfinished texture to me, but I mean, what do I know? The Hellborn trees have also been changed. They are quite nice. I like all the new trees. I'm not sure if there's much else changed. I'm pretty sure it's just the trees and the creeps, which I will now spawn so you can see them. These are what the Legion creeps look like. You can zoom in on that. You've got cool looking archer and cool looking soldiers. They all have new sound effects as well, of course, done by the majestic and handsome sound wizard. Of course, the Hellborn creeps as well. The imps and the warlocks. I really like the legion creeps though. They're really cool. There's new catapults as well. Unfortunately, I didn't spawn those right now, but the catapults are also very awesome. You should definitely check those out. But you'll see that stuff in the game. You'll play anyways. So check that out. That's really awesome. New recruits have joined the fight. Exactly. The new creeps. Oh yeah, the mega creeps are also in here. So you should see those as well when you play the game. The water has been significantly improved. I definitely agree. That is some swell-looking water. Added a new option, rim lighting, don't really care. Reported player, reduced infractions required for temporary suspension from 3 to 2. This is getting pretty out of hand, at least in my opinion. I mean, two, you can only screw up 2 times and then you're already like suspended from the, I don't know. I liked it more when it was 3, so I don't know. I get what they're trying to do, but I sort of wish it was 3. Because what this means now is if you send 2 reports, and both of them were unsuccessful, like you reported somebody for something and they were not convicted, then you're basically banned from using report a player for like I believe 3 months. So pretty harsh. Of course, if you get one that's if you do convict the player, then it will go back to 0 and you can go again. But I liked it more when it was 3. Seems a little bit overboard. Chester has been updated, yada yada. Tower attack volume has been adjusted. Nobody cares. Hero spotlights will now automatically pop up the first time you enter the game when a new one has been posted. This is actually pretty cool, and as somebody who used to work on the official S2 spotlights, I'm glad to see that. I mean, it's kind of annoying when you pop up and you're not ready for it, and it's like this loud spotlight in your face, but frankly, I'm glad, because this way the players will be able to see the new heroes. Because I think like the majority of the HoN players in game are sort of disconnected from like HoN related news. They just kind of log in and play, and they don't read the forums. So for those people, this will be very nice. Items, we got 2 new items, guys. We got some sweet stuff. We have Grave Locket, which is basically an item for support heroes. It gives you some agility, intellect, agility, strength. It's basically like an Amulet of Exile. You upgrade the Amulet of Exile, and when you get a kill or assist, it becomes charged. And when charged, you get a small bonus in the stats, and when you die, the respawn timer is decreased by 10 seconds. So you're probably thinking like, what? Why wouldn't I pick this up on every hero? This is like good for every hero. It's like, yeah, it is, but you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it on hard carries or stuff like that, because you're not going to want to spend this money, because you're going to need those core items, and you know, this is money that you're spending. So in my opinion, this is going to be like a support item. I'm going to get this on the support heroes. If I'm under leveled, this will be great for me, ironically, because if I'm under leveled, I already have a short respawn timer, and then if I help out, get kills or assists rather, which is what you're going to be trying to be getting, then your cooldown timer, which is already low, will be decreased by further 10 seconds. So that's a very nice support player item here. And of course, if you die, the charge will be removed. So this is going to be a real metagame changer for me. The one thing I don't quite like about this item is that it's kind of going to hurt the push strategy, because basically you're going to have people that, you know, when you're pushing and you kill the enemy players, they're going to respawn faster, at least the support heroes are, so it's going to be slightly harder to push, arguably, but I'm going to wait and see how this pans out. I don't know why support players are really being buffed. I understand what this item does. I don't know why they're implementing this item, but I guess we're going to see. It's too early to tell for me. I've played some super beta tester games with this item, but I'm not going to draw any conclusions until the metagame has settled with all this new crazy crap that's coming out. And of course, we got Genjuro, the new awesome item, which also plays an awesome sound when you use it. Basically, it's Assassin's Shroud and Dancing Blade, and you can basically upgrade your Assassin's Shroud. And what it is I think you get extra damage. I think agility is the same. Attack speed, possibly slightly boosted. But basically it's Assassin's Shroud, but better. Because you get 2 charges, and so you can basically go invisible twice. And when you come out of invis, I'm pretty sure the damage is the same. 125 damage is identical to the Assassin's Shroud, but now with a 55% movement slow for 3 seconds. So I could see this being really nice on a lot of melee agility heroes, possibly also ranged agility heroes. Not sure. And I've been seeing people pick Swiftblade and pick up Assassin's Shroud. Something I don't really agree with, but now I might just agree with it because Assassin's Shroud has always been sort of a dead-end item that you can't upgrade, and it's sort of nice for some niche heroes, but it's going to be interesting to see who will pick this up. A lot of people say, like, oh, you know, Gladiator and whatnot, they're not going to buy this. Why would they buy this? You're right, they're not going to buy this, but they don't need to. You know, Gladiator picks up Assassin's Shroud for different reasons than somebody who would pick this item up. He doesn't benefit from the loads of agility you would get. I mean, sure, you could if you have nothing else to upgrade, just for the slot, but this is not really an item for Puppet Master, not really an item for a Gladiator, the sort of the traditional Assassin's Shroud players. This is more of an item for people who could have used Assassin's Shroud but didn't because is too much of a dead end item. Like I said, somebody like Swiftblade. I don't know. We're gonna have to see who's gonna pick this up, but definitely agility heroes because you're gonna be getting a lot of agility through that dancing blade. So I'm excited for this. It's a really fun item. I've actually seen it in sleeper beta tester games. Just having 2 charges of invisibility is very fun because you're basically invis all the time. Kind of gives you that Fade or that Nerubian assassin feel if you've been playing Dota. Homecoming Stone, tooltip fixed, okay. Mana Battery now transfers its charges to Power Supply when you upgrade it. This is actually nice. This always pissed me off that it didn't transfer when you upgraded it. Thank God, a very small change, very minor grievance, but everybody's happy about that. Runes of the Blight got a new sound. That's cool. I actually really like that new sound. I'm not going to play it because I'm lazy. Void Talisman, remove the use animation, fixes animation bugs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, nobody cares. Out of the new early access here, Shadowblade. So I have not made a patch review with Shadowblade yet. I have written a blog about Shadowblade. If you would like to learn more about my first impressions of Shadowblade or just learn more about Shadowblade in general, I encourage you to go to my blog. There will be a link in the description and on the screen probably. Basically, Shadowblade is an agility hero, but he can be anything he wants. So his ultimate, which I'm just going to start out with, allows you to target an enemy hero and basically it turns his primary attribute into whatever you target, and then you also gain some of their primary attribute. It doesn't steal it, they don't lose it, you only gain it. So at level 3 I get 40% of this Devourer's attribute. So as you can see, this is 40 strength. And this is permanent, this doesn't wear off. This is just going to sort of give me the ability to be a very beefy strength hero. Then I have these other 3 abilities. Gargantuan's Blast, basically, it's area of effect slow, does some slight damage, not too impressive. The slow is nice, the damage is 210. It's not like a nuke, it's just sort of a slight burst damage. But what it does is, it gives me this buff, which gives me lots of strength, lots of armor, and magic armor. So in combination, if I'm already in strength form with this, then this buff is really nice. And as you can see, the cooldown overlaps with the duration, so I can be in this form like however long I want, basically. And the same is true for the other forms. The Faint Siphon, basically, it's a blink strike. I move to the guy. He loses attack damage. I gain attack damage, and I also gain agility and movement speed. And this is really nice for moving towards people. And if I'm in strength form, basically what I can do is I can sort of become an initiator. So if I'm already absorbed somebody's strength, I'm now a strength hero. I'm going to blink in, use this as initiation, sort of wail on somebody, take some damage. And then later in the fight, when I'm in less danger, I can sort of switch to agility. And now look at this, I got 40 bonus agility, and I'm now a full-fledged agility sort of glass cannon here. So it's very versatile. You can do different things with him. You can't do 2 things at once, which is sort of, you know, the obvious drawback, but basically you can switch between a very tanky, hard to kill, and a glass cannon sort of agility hero, and it's really nice. And of course, your third ability, Soul Sight, it basically turns you into a ranged hero, and this has no downsides. You get bonus damage based on your int. I guess the idea is that you could use Essence Shift to also use it on an intellect hero to gain bonus intellect, and that way you would also turn into an int hero and you would do more damage to this. I've never used this on an intellect hero. You could do it if you're going to get like a Harkin's Blade or something, but so far I haven't been using this on intellect heroes, but I have been using this ability simply on its own because there's no downsides. You basically gain bonus damage and range, and it also provides vision around you. It doesn't reveal invisible heroes, but if somebody's trying to juke you in the forest, you can use it like that. So basically, the typical rotation sort of for me is sort of, I'm a strength hero at the start of the fight, blink in, stomp, and now I'm tanking damage, and then go into this form and start dishing out damage. And if I'm really feeling safe, I can turn into an agility hero and then keep doing this. And the same thing with the other abilities, this overlaps. So I can be ranged for basically as long as I want. And also the same thing with this ability, which drains enemies' damage and gives you movement speed and agility. And little known fact, you can actually cast this on yourself to gain 40 movement speed and 12 agility wherever you are, even if there's no enemies around. So, that's Shadowblade. He's really cool. He's a hard carry hero that I'm really fond of right now. I'm not sure if he's underpowered, balanced, or whatnot. It's a little bit too early to tell. He's very easy to kill in the laning phase. He's got no escape mechanism, really. You've only got this thing, which you can use on allied units to blink out. But as you can see, the duration is not very far, and it places you in front of the enemy. So, if I got enemies behind me, and I'm going to blink to an allied creep, then I'm going to be facing it, and so it's going to block me, and I got to walk around it. So it's not super great. You can use it to escape mummy walls, or fissures, or empath walls, which is nice, but its use is definitely very limited, and Shadowblade is still quite easy to gank. And then we have a whole bunch of alt avatars, which I have standing right here. We have Professor Repulsor, voiced, of course, by the guy from the Oxcast. I believe his name is Simon. Please forgive me if I mix them up. I know I think they're called Simon and Lewis. I do love him, and I love this alt avatar. I will play the sounds at the end of the video, basically, as you can see. This alt avatar, of course, as I mentioned earlier, is only available if you refer a friend and he reaches level 3. So, if you want this alt avatar, you gotta do that, but definitely cool, definitely worth it, especially considering it's free, you don't have to spend any money on it. You got Kronos here, Grandfather Kronos. I guess people were QQing that the Grand, whatever the hell the other one was called, wasn't cool enough, so they made a Grandfather Clock Kronos, which is basically the same thing as the other Kronos, only cooler, and if you bought the other one, you should have this one for free. As you can see, he's got lots of spinning gears and crap, and he's like made of gold, really cool looking, and his ultimate, of course, is just the coolest thing ever. It's this giant golden clock, and just zoom in on this. It's very pretty. So anybody who was smart enough to buy that alt avatar, congrats on that. And then you have the new Shadowblade Early Access avatar, which you automatically get if you purchase Shadowblade. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the hair and the way he flips his hair is just kind of amusing to me. And as a blonde-haired person, I definitely agree with this alt avatar. Not only does he look different, but his forms look different. This form has more armor and stuff. It looks really cool. This one also looks different. They all look different. They all look cooler, in my opinion. I really like the way his other abilities all have custom models. Definitely pretty cool. If I could go back to the other Shadowblade for comparison, this is what his looks like. The default Q ability, W ability, E ability. So yeah, that's about it. It's definitely a really cool patch. If I were you guys, I would stop watching this video, log in, and play, because that's what I'm going to be doing. And thanks for watching.
It appears you have died! If I die, I'm going to haunt you, you son of a bitch! I'm a goblin and I'm digging a hole! Oh dear, oh dearie me. I swear the world looked more blocky last I checked! I'm Professor Repulsor! Hello! A fine day for an adventure! What? Yes? It's repulsion time! It appears I'm out of mana! Yes. To adventure! Right away! I'll lead the way! Follow me! Oof! Oh God! I'm done for! Hold on! Bah! Bah! Poo-poo! Pshoo! Pew pew! Imminent destruction! Dive, dive, dive! Murder, death, kill! Oi, get back here! Repulsor away! Ah, yes! You are weak like a little babby!
Time brings all things to pass. No more mana! All in due time. Precisely. Like clockwork. Yes. About time. Give it a moment. Nobody can run away from me. Death has come. Nothing remains forever. They don't have a chance. Your end has come. Hear that? It's the sound of your death approaching. It was inevitable. I was going to look for my missing watch, but I could never find the time. You don't tell time, time tells you. I am never early nor late. I arrive precisely when I mean to. This ticking, it's driving me insane! Life clocks in, death clocks out. Judgment is passed when the last grain of sand falls. I came to this world at the turn of the tide. Time is what you desire more of, but waste carelessly. I was the first who walked upon these lands, and I will be the last.